God be with you.
What news, neighbour?
News? Have you not heard, girl? The Empire is falling asunder under the hands of the king.
How do you mean?
King Sigismund of Hungary besieged Kuttenberg, and quite rightly too, in my opinion, because King Wenceslaus' rule is no rule at all. I am not the only one who would rather see his brother Sigismund on the throne.
Such affairs have nothing to do with the likes of me. What I care about is how much grain we have to keep the mill making a living for us. Affairs of state are the concerns of royalty and nobility.
You're quite right. A woman should not trouble her heart with political matters. You had better go back to your chores, so that you do not make your father angry, no?
Greetings.
What news, neighbour?
Have you heard that King Wenceslas's half-brother Sigismund and his foreign soldiers sacked Kuttenberg? I expect he wanted to loot his brother's silver to pay for his campaign against his allies. That horde of Tartars and mercenaries he has doesn't come cheap.
I heard something about it. Were many people killed?
No. Those cowardly burghers surrendered to Sigismund without a fight and begged him for their lives on their knees in the mud.
Why would King Sigismund turn against his own brother like that?
He wants to depose him, that's why. He and those foreign lords of his think Wenceslas isn't paying enough attention to the problems of the Empire. Well, that's easy to say, but if you ask me, the whole world is going to hell. Not even the church is able to stick together, and now we have 2 popes? How is a person supposed to know what to believe in anymore?
What do you think will happen?
It's starting to stink like a few years ago. You were still a little girl then, so you wouldn't know, but Wenceslas had to yield to his own lords. Jobst of Moravia and his League of Lords even abducted Wenceslas and locked him up in Austria. Wenceslas's younger brother John and his cousin, Prokop of Moravia, got him released in the end.
Well, at least some of his family remained loyal to him.
Well, yes. Only John and Prokop had to make some concessions to the lords in Prague that the king didn't agree with, so they fell out with him in the end anyway. I don't reckon they'll be willing to come to his aid again.
The more I hear about politics, the less sense it makes. I must get back to work.
Teresa, I'm glad to see you. My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
I heard you're a really good archer, and that you've even got your own bow.
Yeah. I've got a bow. I made it myself. And I can hit the tree behind the tavern at 20 paces.
Good heavens, that's amazing. Would you lend me your bow for a while?
Lend my bow? To a girl? Well, I don't know, Teresa.
Hey, Adam. If you lend me a bow, I'll dance with you at the next celebration.
Oh? You would? Really? All right. Here's the bow then. And some arrows. Take it all.
Thank you so much, Adam.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
What news, neighbor?
What do you want, mill wench? Did your old man send you? I paid him for his flour last week.
No, no, nothing like that. I was just passing the time of day.
Then go and pass it with someone else. I'm not in the mood for women's gossip. Just like my old woman, by Christ.
Where is she, anyway? Your wife, I mean. She's been away quite a long time, hasn't she?
She went to see her family. Said her brother died. What's it to you, anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bah! She never said a word about him. And all of a sudden, she goes rushing off all the way to Costalet saying he's kicked the bucket. Aye, she's been gone a long time. Far too long. Brother or no brother, I'll take my belt to her backside when she gets back. Anything else?
Has it crossed your mind that maybe she's not coming back?
You're saying she's left me? What the fuck do you know about it? Clear off back to your mill. I've no time for your tales.
I'd say that answers my question. Good day to you. Get him.
This won't take long.
Get going then. But leave that weapon right where it is.
All right.
Good fella. That's my boy. Here, heal.
God save you, Tess.
Good health to you, Teresa.
I've got the bow. We can get going.
Great. Come with me. Teresa, wait! This way. Tess, where are you going? Hey, Teresa, wait. There's a magpie's nest somewhere on that tree. Last time I was passing here, I saw that bird carrying something shiny. What the...
It's not so easy shooting down a nest. Give me a little time.
Come on. I wonder what's in it.
We'll see.
I wonder what could be in that nest. God save Teresa. What about that nest, Tess? Or do you want to keep going?
I had a look in the nest.
Yeah? And what did you find there?
Not a thing. Just some magpie feathers.
Ah. I could have sworn that bird carried something there. Pity. Oh well. Let's keep going. Hey, Teresa, wait. There's a magpie's nest somewhere on that tree. Last time I was passing here, I saw that bird carrying something shiny to its nest. Listen. Since you've got a bow, why not try and shoot the nest down? Adam does it all the time, so I'm sure there's nothing to it.
I had a look in the nest.
Yeah? And what did you find there?
There was a ring in it. Looks like silver.
Really? Holy Mother of God! I always wanted a silver ring. But you're the one who shot it down.
You can have it.
You're giving it to me? Tess, you're the best friend ever. Thank you. I'll wear it to the dance this evening. Come on. Let's go and pick those herbs before it gets too late. I wonder what happened here. I saw it the last time, but no one reported anything in Scarlet's. Do you think they skidded off the road and something devoured them? Maybe a wolf?
I thought you didn't believe in the wolf.
I don't. I didn't. Better keep going. Come on. Tess, where are you going? We'll turn into the woods here and go uphill a bit. Follow me. We're nearly there. We'll go along the road here and then back into the woods. This is the place. I'll start picking, and you keep a lookout.
What should I do if the wolf turns up, though?
You've got a bow, right? Don't think about it. Just shoot him. Besides, you've got Tinker. Although, I'm not sure he's any match for a wolf.
How long will it take you?
Just a short while. Don't worry. But while I'm at it, I'd like to pick enough to keep me going for a while. Just keep watch, and I'll tell you when I'm done.
Alright, I'll keep watch. Just make it quick.
I'd better pick as much as I can carry. Mother of God! It's the wolf! Lisa! Do something! Chase that beast away!
I thought those rumors about a wolf were just idle talk.
Idle talk, indeed. If I'd been alone, that beast would surely have devoured me.
Did anything happen to you?
No, I'm fine. Thank God. It's a good thing you came along.
That was a funny-looking wolf, don't you think? I reckon it was actually a wild dog.
Wolf or dog, It was a monstrous beast. Henry will never believe this.
Did you manage to pick enough herbs?
Yeah, I did. Fortunately, I'll brew plenty of that liquor. Enough for you, too, as a reward.
All right, thanks. What will you do now?
I'll go back to work at the tavern. There's been quite enough excitement for one day. Thanks for coming with me, Tess. And don't forget to come and see me tomorrow.
All right.
May the Lord watch over you, Tess.
Greetings.
Is there someone here who'd compete with me in archery?
Sure, there's always arrows flying here. First, I'll explain the rules to you. You shoot 7, 13, or 21 arrows, depending on who you're shooting against. The straw surround is worth 1 point, the white ring 2, and the bullseye 3. Whoever finishes shooting first gets 3 extra points. The round ends when everyone has finished shooting, and whoever has the most points wins. It's the custom to wager on it, to make it more interesting, see? The better the archers you shoot against, the higher the stakes.
All right, that seems straightforward.
Just one more thing. Don't leave while the contest is underway, and never aim or shoot at anything but the target. Otherwise, you're out. Got it?
Got it.
How good are you with a bow, so I can find you a suitable opponent?
Is there someone here who...
How?
I'm a beginner.
Doesn't matter. At least you'll get a bit of practice. Beginners shoot 7 arrows around. Splendid! Here's some arrows for you, but you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition. Everyone is ready? You can begin. Game over! Teresa wins!
Is there someone here who'd compete with me in archery?
Of how good are
I'm a beginner.
Meanwhile,
Right. Get ready. You may shoot. Teresa, I'm glad to see you. Finished. And surprise, surprise, the winner is Teresa here.
Is there someone?
I'm sure. How
I've shot a few times.
then you'll have no trouble finding an opponent. Advanced archers shoot 13 arrows. Splendid! Here's some arrows for you, but you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition.
Right. Get ready. You may shoot. God save you, Tess. Arrows all shot.
get the pie for that.
Why do you keep going on about it? What's it got to do with me? I keep telling you, I don't know nothing about any silver. I'm a miller. Flour is what I know about. If someone's stealing silver from the mines, why don't you talk to the mint master about it?
Well, we did. He was the one that brought it up.
It's our job to ask everyone who lives nearby if they saw anything suspicious.
Then good luck with that. Because in case you haven't noticed, everyone around here lives near the mines.
Aye, but some live closer than others. And then there's also the fact that... how to put it?
We're asking you because, well, you're a miller, right?
Oh, I see. Since I'm a miller, I must be a crook. Is that it?
No, but you know what they say.
Aye. They say you lot can hardly find your own asses. Never mind a thief. You're keeping me from my work, young fellas. So if we're done here, farewell and good luck.
All right, Miller. If you should happen to hear anything, let us know. How are you, Teresa?
I feed a whole family with these two hands, while yours are only good for pulling your own cock. Tell me, what use is there in this day and age for such a
Such a what?
such a know-it-all? All you're good for is sitting in a tavern with other know-it-alls, bemoaning your station. But devil a thing do you do about it. You can't do an honest job. You're of no use to life. Too delicate to stand the smell of manure.
While the likes of you sleep in it. And I studied so I wouldn't have to do such menial labor as you. You...
What?
You shit grubber!
Better to have shit in a stable than in your head. Those books of yours are of no use in the real world of ordinary people.
And indeed they have no place there. The only use you have for paper is to wipe your arse. Books belong in the hands of your betters. Only a pitchfork belongs in yours. And tell me, what can a peasant like you know of God?
I know what the priest told me, and what do you know?
And what if the priest lies? What if the scriptures say something different? How would you know when you can only listen to what you're told like a sheep?
It's enough for ordinary people to listen, and they're fine. But you and your ilk make only trouble. Someone ought to put paid to you, and we'd have peace at last.
Like I say, you're like a wretched sheep that will go where it's told, even to the slaughter. And of God and the world you know nothing.
When has reading ever filled anyone's belly, eh? I feed a whole family with these two hands, while yours are only good for pulling your own cock.
And tell me, what can a peasant like you know of God?
I know what the priest told me, and what do you know?
And what if the priest lies? What if the...
What are you two quarreling about here, for the love of God?
This pipsqueak here claims studying is as hard a job as working in the stables.
I most certainly did not, because study is of course much harder work than mucking out a bit of horse manure.
See? That's what I'm talking about, and yet it's as clear as day.
Hang on, what's as clear as day?
That study is as hard as mucking out stables, if not harder.
A man who doesn't work with his hands is an idler, and a good for nothing. Am I wrong?
I'd like to ask you a couple of questions before answering. You're a scholar. What are you doing in Skalitz?
I'm on my way to Sasau with letters. This ingrate here is stabling my horse overnight before I continue my journey.
What does your work involve, student?
I'm no student, but a baccalaureus, having completed the trivium of the Faculty of Liberal Arts in the University of Prague. Grammar, rhetoric, and dialectics are my work, while this yokel wouldn't be capable even of learning Latin. Father arranged that I will serve as a teacher in Kuttenberg for 2 years before returning to the university to attend the quadrivium. To teach and be taught, that is real work.
You serve Sir Radzig at the castle, don't you, Master Groom?
Aye, and Sir Radzig is very pleased with my work. I can be rightly proud of what I do, and I bring home a nice wage too. The children are fed, and the wife can buy herself a nice scarf from time to time. I'm satisfied with my lot. How many people can say that?
What's so hard about your job, Master Groom?
That's real work. Not like this parasite here does. On my feet from dawn till dusk, feeding, mucking out, grooming. By evening, I'm dead on my feet. I'm doing something real, see? Something that makes sense. Horses are needed for work, for the lords, for riding out, even in times of war. And someone has to care for those horses. All this good-for-nothing can do is mouth off. But he'd never be able to do a real job.
That's all I need to know. You're both right, but not one of you has a grain of sense. Work is work, whether it's done with your hands or your heart.
Ah, rhetoric worthy of Socrates himself, and out of the mouth of a woman. I bow to you, good maiden. The professors of Prague could learn a thing or two from you.
Are you saying this good-for-nothing here, who has to beg for his beer at the tavern, is my equal? But to hell with it. I won't argue.
Good day, Teresa.
Is someone there?
Hey!
Can I do anything to help?
Tess, could you help me with something?
Johanka, what's up?
I was asking around for you. There's something we have to talk about. Are you going to the dance this evening?
I'd like to go and have a look, if I have time for it. Why? Do you want to borrow my dress?
No, nothing like that. I've got a dress, but I don't want to end up dancing on my own, if you know what I mean.
What? You want me to dance with you?
Imagine what folk would make of that. No, silly. I want Matthias to dance with me.
So, what's the problem? Just go and tell him. You've had your eye on him since the Harvest Festival. Surely you must have noticed by now.
He hasn't. I'm at a loss what to do.
So you'd like Matthias to take you to the dance, but you don't want to tell him?
That's right.
How in heaven's name do you want to do it then?
Easy. You're going to steal his lucky dice.
What? How is that supposed to help, for Christ's sake?
If you can get your hands on it without him noticing, he'll be looking everywhere for it. He'll be wandering around saying to himself, "Where did I put that damned dice?" And then I'll turn up. God be with you, Matthias. You didn't by any chance lose your dice? And he'll say,
Aye, Johanka, I did. Where on earth did you find it?
"Oh, I found it near the tavern. You know there's going to be a dance there this evening." And then he'll finally get the message.
Oh, the dance. Yes. Johanka, wouldn't you like to go with me?
Of course. I'd love to go with you, Matthias. Thank you for asking. Then he'll take me by the hand, and he'll look... Never mind that. Well, that's how it's going to help. More or less.
You painted a very pretty picture, no doubt. But do you think it'll really work?
I'm absolutely sure it will.
Why don't you just steal the dice yourself?
And if he caught me doing it? You think he'd go dancing with me then? Except maybe to the bailiff. But you... Well, you're a miller's daughter and... Well, you know what they say.
Right. We're all a pack of thieves. I might have known. All right, then. I'll help you.
Thank you, Tess. Bring the dice to me as soon as you have it.
Hang on, though. How am I supposed to find it?
He was saying at the tavern yesterday that he keeps it in his trunk when he's not going to play. Go and see Fritz first. I heard he's always got some lockpicks, whatever he wants them for. Anyway, no doubt he can show you how to use one.
Me? Pick locks? Johanka, aren't you going a bit too far?
Well, then maybe you can get hold of his key somehow. But whatever you do, don't get caught. And not a word to Matthias, for the love of God. God save Teresa.
How are you, Teresa?
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
How are things, Matthew?
Teresa? It's unusual to see you here. Come to see the eighth wonder of the world, have you?
What would that be now?
Fritz, working. Well, that's a sight you don't see every day.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black. You don't look too busy yourself.
Why overdo it? Jesus was a carpenter too, but how many beams do you think he made, eh?
Matthew, that's blasphemy.
No, it's only a harmless joke. You don't have to look at me like the parish priest did at Kunesh, when he spewed over his pew.
Ugh, don't even remind me. Well, I'd better be going. Work to do, you know.
Don't overdo it now.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
What's new, Fritz?
I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know. There's going to be a dance this evening. Are you going?
Maybe. I've got a lot to do still.
They say it's going to carry on tomorrow too. And they'll be roasting a pig. Can't miss that.
So I heard. I wonder how come Sir Radzig allowed it.
No, it wasn't his lordship's idea. It was Master Pt5's.
Master Tobias? Why would he do that?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to show off his wealth. I'd have roast pig and dancing every evening if I had his coin.
Listen, Fritz, I hear you know something about opening locks without a key.
Sure. All you have to do is charge at the door. Shoulder first.
I don't want to break down a door. I want to pick a lock.
Ah, you want a lockpick then?
Shh, not so loud.
Well, I can give you some. But you know what they say. Not even a pig grunts for free.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Who says that?
Mostly me. And everyone thinks it's fucking clever, so bugger off.
Hey, Fritz, how about giving me a couple of lockpicks for free, eh? After all, we've known each other since we were little.
All right, but just this time. If you break them, don't expect to get more for free.
Just two?
You said a couple, didn't you?
Will you teach me how to pick a lock?
Sure. For a few groschen.
What do you say to this?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
It's easy as fuck, unless you're all thumbs. Listen, you've got to find a spot where the lock catches and press on it. And only then can you turn it. Nice and light though. No jerky movements. Like when you're caressing a girl's... that is,
I get it. Thanks.
Good day, Teresa.
God be with you, Teresa. Hey, what the? Has something happened?
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'm wounded. Have you got something for it?
By all means. I'll have a look at you and we'll see. If you've got the coin for it, of course.
You know what? I've changed my mind. I'll get fixed up some other way.
As you wish.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it. Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Tell me, Matthias, what do you think of your hunker?
Your hunker? Yeah, she's a nice girl. She helped the lads and me out of a few scrapes. Actually, she's always been good to us. Why do you ask?
I was just curious, that's all. Listen, Matthias. Fritz and Matthew have been looking for you. It seemed very important. You should hurry.
Really? That's funny. I can't imagine what it's about, but if it's as urgent as you think, I'd better go and see what's up.
By all that's holy, watch out! There's a thief here! Guard! Come here quick! There's a thief over there! Guard!
Good day, Teresa.
God be with you.
Tell me, Matthias.
Actually, why do you ask?
I was just... Listen. Fritz and...
Really? That's... But I bet...
Fresh or dried. They'll help with every pain and ailment.
Teresa! And pay for everybody, right? Fuck that. I'm going home. Hey! Fritz and Matthew didn't want me at all. What the hell are you playing at?
They're just fooling with you, I suppose. You know what they're like.
Huh. Someone's trying to make a fool out of me, all right?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Health to you, Teresa. Good day to you. What do you need?
About Matthias.
Yes? Tell me everything.
I've brought you his dice.
I knew you'd do it. Thanks. This is great. I'll bring it to him. Keep your fingers crossed for me.
Healing herbs, ointments, all freshly prepared. Come right up, good people. Herbs for your kitchen, as well as health-giving decoctions.
God be with you, Matthias. Listen, I found this dice. I believe it's yours.
My dice? But how? I thought it was in my trunk.
No, I found it outside. It was lying on the ground by the tavern, where the dance is going to be this evening.
That's odd. I could have sworn I put it away. Can I have it back?
People will be dancing all around there. They'd trample it into the ground for sure. It's a good thing I spotted it. Although, I don't suppose I'll be dancing this evening. No one's asked me.
I see. The dice? Please?
I'd put on a very pretty dress, and after the dance, I'd walk home with the boy who danced with me, if anyone asked me.
I'll take you, all right? And you'll give me my dice back.
Really? You'd take me?
Yeah,
All right. Thanks. I'll see you this evening.
right. Sure.
God be with you.
Wait!
Hey!
What about my dice? Oh, for the love of God.
Teresa, can you come here a minute?
I went for those nails, but the blacksmith is with Sir Radzik today.
All right, leave it till tomorrow then. No hurry. Right now, I need something else. Quick.
What's up?
The guards were here asking around. They said someone's been stealing silver from the mines. Can you go and tell Stibor? He went to check the fish trap below the bridge.
Why? What has Stibor got to do with stolen silver?
Look, just talk to him about it, all right?
But I'm asking you, Father. Don't tell me you don't trust your own daughter.
Well, if you really must know... Yes, the silver is ours.
It's just a way of making a bit on the side, which I came up with when Samuel was born.
What? Are you mad?
Look, you and Stebor were just little, and when your ma died shortly after Samuel was born, I wanted you to have something to fall back on if anything happened to me, so you wouldn't be reduced to beggary, see?
Why didn't you tell me about it? Don't you trust me?
No, it's not that. I didn't tell anyone at first. But then Stebor saw me with a sack of silver, and when he asked me straight out about it, well, I didn't want to lie to him, and I didn't want you and Samuel to know about it. The less people know about it, the less chance someone might let something slip. Besides, I didn't want to put you in harm's way.
So, the talk about dishonest millers isn't just idle gossip. You and Stebor are stealing silver from the king's mines? Father, they burn people at the stake for that.
Oh, it won't come to that. The king won't miss a few sacks of silver, but it will save us from poverty. Surely you can understand that.
Samuel works in the mine, Pa. If you get caught, he'll be blamed too.
As long as no one knows nothing, we've nothing to worry about. That goes for Samuel too, Teresa. Don't tell him anything.
The king's silver? All right, I'll go and tell Stebor.
Oh, good lass, thanks. And hurry. The guards might come to the mine any time, and then it'll be too late to do anything.
Pa sent me. The guards were here asking about silver going missing from the mines.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right. All right. Listen, Tess. I need your help.
Not so fast. First, tell me what the hell is going on.
All right. Look. How can I put it?
There's no point in beating around the bush. Pa already told me plenty.
Thank God. So you'll help me?
Sweet Jesus. You fellas haven't the sense you were born with. But family is family.
Thanks, Tess. I'm sorry to drag you into it, but I can't manage it on my own.
Where did you hide it?
That's the thing. It's at the bottom of a flooded shaft. Samuel was working there before.
You dragged Samuel into it too?
No. Samuel knows nothing about it.
So why don't you just go and get it?
I don't know how to get to it.
For heaven's sake, Stebor! Do you know where it is or not?
Yes, but you see, when I was carrying it out, they stopped me. I was standing on this wooden walkway and I dropped it over the edge so they wouldn't catch me with it. And now I don't know how to get to it. All I know is it made a splash when it fell.
And how are we supposed to find it? Go crawling through the whole mine?
No, I've got an idea. Samuel knows that area. He'll know how to get to the shaft.
Oh no, Stebor, forget it. You're not going to drag Samuel into your dangerous games.
Christ, no. What do you take me for? All he has to do is draw a map, and we'll do the rest.
Wait. I want to ask you something. How did you get mixed up in this?
Not long ago, I saw Pa hauling a sack of silver ore. I kept asking about it, and in the end he had to tell me what was going on.
God almighty, the king's silver? If you have to steal, couldn't you take something that wouldn't cost you your lives as well as your souls?
Around here? Like what? Cabbages?
Why are you doing it? You're not going to mint your own coin, surely?
Of course not. We just sell it to someone, but Pa deals with that. I don't know much about it.
Why are you helping him?
Well, He always gives me some of the money he makes from it.
Money won't be much use to either of you on the pyre. Where do you take the silver?
Pa takes care of that. Someone comes to pick it up.
Who does?
Some slimy kind of fella. I don't know what his name is. He serves some lord, but I don't even think Pa knows who that is.
That's all I want to know for now. Are you sure it's the same shaft where Samuel was working?
Definitely. There's no other flooded shaft in the mine. Remember when everyone was talking about how they hit a spring and had to abandon it?
All right, Stebor. I'll go to Samuel and get the map from him. Have you got something I can give him to draw it with?
Here. Give him this. And try to get it from him without giving the game away. Otherwise Pa will have a fit if he finds out.
I'll do what I can. Where is Sammy now?
Where do you think? I saw him heading for the fish pond as usual to avoid work. Once you have it, come and meet me at Wenceslas Corridor on the hill. I'll be waiting there.
Good day, Teresa.
Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
How are things?
As always, the sun rose and I expect it'll set again, God willing. You're the miller's girl, aren't you?
That's me, Teresa.
I'm Julian, I'm a woodcutter. I don't think we've ever spoke before. Oh, you've got a lovely dog. What's his name?
We call him Tinker because he always pricks up his ears when he hears the rattle of pots and pans. Pa got him as a tiny pup from some executioner who has lots of dogs. Imagine, the executioner hadn't the heart to drown the pups. I suppose that's why he has so many dogs.
He's a fine fella. I'd love to have a dog like that to take on walks in the woods.
Try asking around the village. Someone might have one for you.
I asked the butcher. He's got a nice dog too. A good guard dog. Always barks at me when I go past. Only the butcher misunderstood what I was after.
How's that?
He thought I was after a dog for meat.
That's horrible. I'd never eat dog meat. Such lovely, useful animals.
Neither would I, unless I was really starving. But there's plenty of folk who wouldn't think twice about it. I'm glad you stopped by for a chat. But I must get back to work now.
Examine the miraculous remedy from the Moorish lands that expel all woes, heals ulcers, and kills fleas. 2 parts of ointment for the price of 1.
I don't know you, unless my memory deceives me. Where are you from, and what are you doing here?
Have you not noticed? I'm saving lives. I came from far away Sasau to avert great misfortune.
My God. What misfortune?
All the misfortune of the world, my dear. For misfortune walks not over mountains, but over men. I have artifacts that will avert mine cave-ins, swarms of locusts, bloody rain, and flaming swords. Not to mention, say, unhappy love, perhaps.
Do they really work?
Have you ever seen bloody rain?
No, I haven't.
There, you see. I have remedies for all woes, and an answer for everything.
Maybe that kind of talk might invoke those woes.
Have you ever heard it said that no one can be a prophet in his own land?
Yes. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, here am I, far from my own land.
What are these peculiar goods you're selling here?
Things that bring good luck. Or bad, if that's what's needed. What are you after? No, wait, don't tell me. I know just what your heart desires. I have here an amulet that will ensure your safety and your whole family's forever. Girls like you are always keen to have one.
Really? An amulet can do that?
Most assuredly. But unfortunately, I just sold the last one. However, I do have something even better.
What is it?
A map. Have you heard of the Scarlet's treasure?
Scarlet's treasure? No.
My dear child, you ought to ask your parents about it. Everyone knows about the Scarlet's treasure. But no one knows that I have a map to it.
Then why don't you dig it up yourself?
Me? A spiritual man? Please, I have no interest in worldly wealth. But you can have it for only a few groschen.
If it leads to treasure, as you say, how could I refuse? Are we agreed?
Come now, just a little more and we have a deal. Here you have it. Happy hunting.
Let's talk about the price.
All right, so...
Satisfied?
That sounds pretty interesting. A little less and I'll be satisfied. Finally, a reasonable sum.
God save you, Tuss.
How's the work going, Master Potter?
Just fine, until you came along. Do you think I've time to waste on idle chatter? I've work to do. Why do you think I live here, away from town? I live here so no one bothers me with stupid questions.
Well, forgive me for greeting you politely as I passed by. Next time I need a pitcher, I'll go to the Potter by the river, so as not to waste your valuable time. Good day to you.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
So, are they biting?
Well, so far, no. But there's still plenty of time before evening.
Why aren't you at work?
I was given some time off.
Time off? How come?
I smashed my foot with the pickaxe.
Harry, Mother of God! Are you all right?
I'm fine. It was just a pretense. I needed a break.
Really, Sammy? One day you'll really get hurt, and then no one will believe you. Sammy, I need something from you.
Oh, Tess, I just got ready for fishing.
Don't worry. You don't have to go anywhere. Remember that mine shaft where you used to work before it got flooded?
Yeah, it was a deep one. We went down that morning, and we were up to our knees in water. Master Pt5 said that always happens when you dig deeper than the drainage had it. We dug a well to slow it down, but even that wasn't enough.
Do you think you could draw me a map of the way there?
Why? What on earth would you want that for?
Stibor dropped something there.
Drop something? What?
Never mind. You really don't want to know.
For Christ's sake, what the hell are you mixed up in now? Oh, well, whatever. Show me that, I'll draw you a map.
Thanks. I'll run to him with it right away.
Have you got that map?
I got that map from Samuel. What now?
Great! Well, first, we've got to get into the mine. That fool Nimoy is keeping watch. It'd be best if we split up. I'll get rid of him, and you can sneak in.
I want to ask you something. Why do I have to go inside? Why don't you do it?
Well, remember when we used to play hide and seek?
Yeah? You could never find me.
And you always found me immediately, because I was useless at hiding.
Yeah. You always had something sticking out.
Exactly.
You're right. Best if I do it.
For sure. There won't be many people inside now. Most of the lads will be outside eating. But even so, watch out.
Tell me again where I can find that sack.
It's somewhere in that flooded shaft. It's a good thing I was on that walkway when they stopped me. Otherwise, I'd have had nowhere to drop it. Only now, you have to get down there.
Who caught you? And how did you get out of it?
The miners, of course. I told him I was looking for Samuel, but I still got a hard time from the guards for being there at all.
That's all. All right. Let's get it over with then.
Once I get rid of him, you sneak inside past the bushes. And take a torch with you. It's as black as pitch in there. Just make sure no one sees you, though. Good luck, Tess. Hey, Nimoy, you rogue! Come here a minute.
What do you want, Miller's boy? Looking for that clumsy brother of yours?
What's he done now?
Not one of the supports and nearly brought the whole shaft down. And then he tried to put the pickaxe through his foot.
Hang on, though. If the shafts are that easy to knock, that's bad carpentry, ain't it? It's Fritz and Matthew.
Right. I know you Millers and your nice little deal. I ain't interested.
When you take one for a whirl, you can have a good feel what she's got under her dress.
Yeah, and then some fella might feel your teeth with his knuckles, you know. Remember the blacksmith's son, Henry? That time when the butcher took his Bianca for a whirl? Ah, no.
My, that's a hell of a drop. Better be careful. Oh, that's cold. But this must be the place Stebor was talking about. Now to find that wooden walkway. I wouldn't want to get lost in here. The walkway. The sack must be here somewhere. Jesus, it's not as shallow as it looks.
I'm going.
Hey, who's there?
What are you doing here? Get lost, or you'll have me to reckon with. Is something the matter?
I've got the silver. What now?
Thank heavens! You've no idea what a relief that is. I knew you could do it. Take it to Pa for me, please.
I found the silver in the mine.
Not so loud. Oh, good work, lass. Leave it here, and I'll take care of everything. Thanks.
I'd like to say I'm glad to be of help, but I'm not, Pa. It could have ended badly for everyone. Very, very badly.
Tess, you know I only want the best for all of you, don't you?
the best for us. How long do you think you can get away with this? Do you think your luck will hold out forever? If they caught me with that silver, we'd all burn on the pyre together.
Don't say that, Tess.
I haven't finished. What would happen then, Father? Samuel would be left alone in the world? Or he'd be executed too? God forbid.
Do you think that never occurred to me? There's not a day goes by I don't think of it. Do you all want to spend the rest of your lives breaking your backs in the mill just to have enough to eat? Your mother wouldn't have wanted it for you either.
Pa.
You're right. Sorry. I promise we'll be more careful.
That will have to do me, I suppose. What about that surprise you promised me this morning?
Well, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Besides, you deserve it, after helping us with that silver. So, I had a dress made for you in Rattay. A very fine dress indeed. You'll be the prettiest lass in the village.
A new dress, Pa. But I don't understand. Why?
Well, you know, you're not a little girl anymore. You're a young woman now, mature and clever. Cleverer than me, for sure. You surely don't want to live here at the mill forever. Samuel's able to take care of himself, and after all that's happened, you don't want to end up with the kind of life me and Steebor have.
What is it, Pa? Why did you buy me that dress?
Look, Teresa, you're old enough to be married. It's about time we did something about it.
No, Pa, no way. I'm not going to get married yet. But I'd like to see that dress, though.
Look here, Tess. I found you a suitor. He likes you a lot, and he's a gentleman of good standing.
What? And you didn't even ask me about it?
I didn't want to bother you with it until it was arranged.
So it's all arranged now? Behind my back? You arrange a wedding for me and I don't even know who I'm supposed to marry? You can't be serious.
Teresa, Tess.
And are you going to tell me who it is? Or will I find out at the altar?
Don't worry. He's a decent man, a nice man. He's even close to the nobility. And he's rich. He'll take care of you. There's going to be a fete at the tavern this evening. Sir Radzi gave permission for a pig roast, and...
Who is it?
You can just have a chat, dance a little, and who knows? You might like him.
Are you going to tell me who it is?
It's Chief Engineer Tobias.
Tobias Fafar?
Aye, that's right.
Are you pulling my... What are you thinking of, Father? Fafar has one foot in the grave.
Oh, come now.
Why didn't you ask me? You couldn't simply let me know what you were planning?
Teresa, listen.
It's all, Teresa do this, Teresa go and cook, Teresa clean up. And now, for good measure, Teresa go and marry an old fossil. Does nobody care what I want?
Well, of course we care. And you're right. I should have told you.
You're damned right you should.
Good God, I never thought you'd make such a fuss about it. It's the way things are done. Try and see it from my point of view. Tobias Fafar is a very well-to-do suitor. You'll find none better in Scullets. Listen, we can talk it over, but the decision is mine to make. You've got to think of your future, Teresa. Master Fafar is a respected man, and that respect will extend to his wife and children too.
Children?
For heaven's sake, lass, don't be so naive. You were born a girl, and raising a family is what God made you for. Unless you'd prefer the convent. Go to the tavern this evening and let Master Fafar spend a nice pile of groschen on you. You'll have a great time, you'll see.
Show me that dress, then.
It's in the trunk here under the window. Once you've done all your chores, get dressed up and off you go.
All right, Teresa. Time to grow up, put on that lovely dress, and go and meet your groom. But there's still time. It can wait.